6:45 a.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by J. Yogaraj, assisted by Sanjaya and read by Mario Vijayavardhana. The headlines. Sri Lankan's first flight since July lands in Melbourne. The government says around 60 million rupees loss has been incurred in South outlets due to the distribution of essential goods at dominant prices since October. Effective measures have been taken to protect wild animals and solutions to the human-elephant conflict. 2 more coronavirus deaths reported in Sri Lanka. In foreign news, UK-EU leaders to meet face-to-face to try to seal Brexit trade deal. Melbourne Airport welcomed its first international flights in more than 5 months as Victoria goes a 38th day without a coronavirus case. Victoria's hotel quarantine program has restarted, with the Melbourne Airport welcoming its first international flights in more than 5 months. A Sri Lankan Airlines flight UL604 from Colombo landed just before 8 a.m. yesterday, the first of 8 international passenger flights carrying 253 travellers due to touchdown. Victoria has not accepted international flights since early July, when it was revealed a number of hotel quarantine workers had contracted COVID-19 from guests. The outbreaks went on to spark the state's second wave, which resulted in more than 18,000 infections and 800 deaths. The state has since recorded 38 consecutive days without a new COVID-19 case. 2 international travellers who are in mandatory quarantine in Victoria have returned a negative result for their second COVID-19 test. The government says around a 60 million rupee loss has been incurred in South outlets due to the distribution of essential goods at dominant prices since October. A kilo of big onions is sold at a rate of 100 rupees, a canned fish at a rate of 200 rupees, a kilo of sugar for 85 rupees, and a kilo of dal at a rate of 150 rupees. The government made these arrangements in order to provide for essential goods at a nominal rate to the general public due to this coronavirus pandemic situation. The Treasury has provided the necessary funds for this purpose. The expenditure account of the Ministry of Environment, Wildlife and Forest Conservation and the expenditure account of the State Ministry of Protective Measures, Reforesting and Forest Resources were passed in Parliament yesterday. In his reply speech, State Minister Wimalaveera Dissanayake said that a program to introduce a sustainable solution to the human-elephant conflict has been launched. Taking part in the committee stage budget debate, MP Anurakumara Dissanayake said that the Central Hills is facing a major danger. MP Nimal Piyatissa said that there are several environmental challenges before the world. He said that the conflict is to face the challenge of decreasing rainforests. Taking part in the debate, MP Ranjit Madhubandara said it was not suitable to hand over forests which were under the Forest Conservation Department to the district secretaries. He said that sand mining permits should be cancelled. State Minister Shashendra Rajapaksa said that the government takes strict decisions to protect the environment and there is no politics in that. He pointed out that activities should be done without damaging the environment. He added that everyone should be encouraged to protect the environment. Minister S.M. Chandrasena said that a scientific solution should be found to the human-elephant conflict. He pointed out the need to establish elephant conservation centres. Taking part in the debate, MP Nalin Bandara said that when building a road through the Singharaja forest, the correct environmental evaluations should be obtained. MP Anupa Pasquale said legal action will be taken if there is forest destruction in the country. MP Mohammed Muzammil requested to take strict action against releasing heavy metals into the Mahavali and Kalani rivers. Minister Mahinda Amaraveera said in Parliament that measures will be taken to protect the environment when the country is being developed. He said that the relevant measures have been mentioned in the Vistas of Prosperity manifesto. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The Director General of Health Services has confirmed 2 more COVID-19 related deaths, increasing the death toll in the country to 142 as of yesterday. One of the victims is a 62-year-old male from Colombo who had been transferred from the Colombo National Hospital to the Homagama Base Hospital, where he had passed away yesterday. The cause of death is cited as COVID-19 pneumonia. The other is a 77-year-old male from Jampeta Street in Colombo 13. He had also been transferred from the Colombo National Hospital to the Homagama Base Hospital, where he passed away yesterday. The cause of death is blood poisoning with the COVID-19 virus infection and diabetes. Meanwhile, the Epidemiology Unit of the Ministry of Health says that 377 new cases of the novel coronavirus have been reported in the country as of yesterday. Of the new cases, 294 are close contacts of positive patients from the Paliagoda COVID-19 cluster, while 83 are from the prisons cluster. A total of 703 new cases have been identified so far yesterday. This also increases the tally of cases from the Minuwangoda, Paliagoda and prisons clusters to 25,025. The report of the Presidential Commission appointed to look into political victimization during the time of the previous Good Governance government will be handed over to President Gotabaya Rajapaksa today. The President appointed the Commission on the 9th of January through a special Gazette notification. The time period of the Commission was scheduled to end on the 16th of November, but it was extended by 16 days. The Chairman of the Commission is retired Supreme Court Justice Upali Abheyaratna. The other members are retired Appeals Court Justice Chandra Jayatilaka and former IGP Chandra Fernando. The Tamba Pavani Wind Power Plant Complex in Mannar will be opened today under the patronage of Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. It is Sri Lanka's first and biggest wind power plant complex. The wind power plant is expected to add 108 megawatts of power to the national grid. The total investment of the project is $140 million. Minister Dallas Alahaperuma said that it has the capacity to produce 600 megawatts of power during the next 10 years. The opening ceremony will be broadcast live over the SLBC City FM service from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. today. Parliament will meet today at 9:30 a.m. Today is the 14th day of the committee stage debate conducted on the Budget Proposals 2021. Today, the votes on the State Ministries of Rural Roads, Infrastructure Facilities, Vehicle Regulation and Bus Services Regulation, Train Compartment Industry 2 will be taken up for debate today. The Ratana Sutra chanting organised by the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation will be conducted from the Mavanalla Galgamua Purana Viharaya. The Pirit chanting ceremony is being held for the 45th time and will be aired at 6:30 p.m. at the SLBC's Sinhala Commercial Service, the City FM and regional services.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Vidya Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vidya Mahatmya.
The Asia-Pacific Public Health Workshop to discuss the pragmatic work plans during the corona pandemic will commence today at 8:30 a.m. at the BMICH. This event is organised by the Sri Lanka Medical Association. Representatives from 40 countries will participate in a virtual conference during this workshop.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vidya Mahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
And now in Watchlight, consumers complain about the price hikes and escalating prices on certain essential commodities. Although the government has released a control price list, some errant traders increase the prices arbitrarily, which has brought mayhem to many low-income families. Some traders claim that the price has to be increased due to the high transport charges, but the consumers say the reason is unacceptable. This is for the attention of the Consumer Affairs Authority. That came to you in Watchlight, and now in World News headlines. UK-EU leaders to meet face-to-face to try to seal Brexit trade deal. US slaps sanctions on 14 Chinese officials over Hong Kong crackdown. Iran says smart satellite-controlled machine gun killed top nuclear scientist. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson will travel to Brussels this week to meet European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen in a last-ditch effort to salvage a post-Brexit trade deal. It comes after a 90-minute phone call between the two leaders failed to produce a breakthrough. In a joint statement, they said the conditions for a deal were not there. Significant differences remained on fishing, business competition rules, and governance of any deal, they added. The United States yesterday imposed financial sanctions and a travel ban on 14 Chinese officials over their alleged role in Beijing's disqualification last month of elected opposition legislators in Hong Kong. The move, which was first reported by Reuters overnight and sent Asian stock markets lower, targeted the vice chairpersons of the National People's Congress Standing Committee, the top decision-making body of the Chinese legislature. The action was widely seen as part of an effort by outgoing President Donald Trump to cement his tough on China legacy and also box President-elect Joe Biden before he takes office on January 20th into hardline positions on Beijing at a time of bipartisan anti-China sentiment in Congress. The killing of Iran's top nuclear scientist last month was carried out remotely with artificial intelligence and a machine gun equipped with a satellite-controlled smart system. Tasnim news agency quoted a senior commander as saying, Iran has blamed Israel for the assassination of Mohsen Fakhrizadeh, who has seen by Western intelligence services as the mastermind of a covert Iranian program to develop nuclear weapons capability. Tehran has long denied any such ambition. And now the main points of the World News segment once again. UK-EU leaders to meet face-to-face to try to seal Brexit trade deal. US slaps sanctions on 14 Chinese officials over Hong Kong crackdown. Iran says smart satellite-controlled machine gun killed top nuclear scientist. That was World News, and now in development news, a special 24-hour city-to-a luxury bus service will be operated from January next year. State Minister Dilum Amanugama says this service is implemented for the benefit of the general public who travel into cities to park their vehicles at an outer circle site and travel on this bus to the city to accomplish their tasks. This will ease the traffic congestion and save a lot of fuel. That was development news, and now in sports news, the LPL tournament. Only 7 overs of the Jaffna Stallions match against the Dambulla Viking could be played as rain forced the teams to go off before continuing more or less relentlessly to force the match to be abandoned yesterday. The no result means the teams take a point each and remain atop the table. The Stallions, who have a superior net run rate, will continue to be number 1. Melbourne Airport has welcomed its first international flights in more than 5 months as Victoria goes a 38th day without a coronavirus case. Victoria's hotel quarantine program has restarted, with Melbourne Airport welcoming its first international flights in more than 5 months. A Sri Lankan Airlines flight UL604 from Colombo landed just before 8 a.m. on Monday, the first of 8 international passenger flights carrying 253 travellers due to touchdown. Victoria has not accepted international flights since early July, when it was revealed a number of hotel quarantine workers had contracted COVID-19 from guests. That was business news.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Hello, Puta, did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down, everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
The information communication technology services exports have grown 5.22% year-on-year in 2019. ICT has been an identified area for potential growth as an export industry by both industry and the broader export supporting stakeholders. ICT has grown from a US $1.35 billion industry in 2018 to a US $1.89 billion industry in 2019. A digital marketing campaign is underway to promote the Sri Lankan ICT BPM brand. The brand IOI, the Island of Ingenuity, is to strengthen the country's positioning in target markets to make Sri Lanka a sourcing destination of knowledge services.
Congratulations on your promotion. Heard you gave a treat for everyone in your department yesterday.
Yeah.
It will be our treat, huh?
Well, how about today?
Oh no, I was just joking. We'll have a party with your new salary.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
And now for the weather report, the Met Department says showers or thundershowers will occur in most parts of the island after 2 p.m. Heavy showers about 100 millimeters can be expected at some places in the northern, north central and northwestern provinces. The general public is kindly requested to take adequate precautions to minimize damages caused by temporary localized strong winds and lightning during the thunder showers. A few showers may occur in the northern and eastern provinces, particularly in the morning too. Misty conditions can be expected at some places in the Sabaragamuwa, central and western provinces during the morning. This weather report was issued this morning at 4:30 a.m. Further details could be obtained by visiting the official website of the department. That was the weather report, and now the headlines of this news broadcast once again. Sri Lankan's first flight since July lands in Melbourne. The government says around 60 million rupees loss has been incurred in Sathasa outlets due to the distribution of essential goods at dominant prices since October. Effective measures have been taken to protect wild animals and solutions to the human-elephant conflict. 2 more coronavirus deaths reported in Sri Lanka. In foreign news, UK-EU leaders to meet face-to-face to try to seal Brexit trade deal. That concludes this news broadcast, and now it's back to your good friend and mine as always on a Tuesday morning.